Hi, Irene here with College Planning Source. We've been receiving a lot of questions lately about college applications, so we decided to make this video on 7 steps to a successful college application season. Okay, so number 1, you want to take a look at all the different career options that are out there. If you already know what you want to do, that's great, but if you don't, definitely take a couple career assessments like a personality test, a career interest inventory to kind of get a feel for what you like versus what you don't like. And make sure that you pick around 5 to 10 different careers that you do have an interest in. The second step is to take a look at all the different majors that will help prepare you for the career that you're interested in. Sometimes students will take a look at the different courses and it turns out that they're not what they were expecting, so definitely get a feel for what the courses are like. Also, you want to know exactly how long of an education you're looking at. If you're going to get a master's, PhD, doctorate, anything like that, you definitely want to be prepared so that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Step 3 is to select a balanced list of schools. So you want to make sure that at each school you have around 2 to 3 different majors that you're interested in case you do change your mind. Also, you want to make sure that your school list is balanced with safety schools. So these are schools where your GPA and test scores are well above their average, target schools where your GPA and test scores are similar to their average, and also a couple of reach schools where they're harder to get into, but you still want to try because it's worth a shot. You want to have around 2 to 3 safety schools, 4 to 6 target schools, and 2 to 3 reach schools on your list, but this can definitely differ depending on what kind of student you are. Also, you want to make sure that you check out what the GPA and test scores are for the major that you're interested in, because getting in for an engineering major might be a little different than getting in for an agricultural science major. Step 4, identify all the different requirements for each school in their applications. There's so many different things that go into applications. There's letters of recommendations, mid-year reports, school counselor letters of recs, test scores, transcripts. There's just so much, so you want to make sure that you create a checklist to stay on top of all of it. Step 5, create a calendar that has all the deadlines and requirements. You want to make sure that you're spacing out everything that you have to do so you're not left with, doing 10 essays in 1 week, which would be horrible. Step 6, submitting applications. Make sure that you review everything before you turn it in. This isn't a simple homework assignment, it's the next step in your future, so you want to make sure that everything is good to go before you submit. Also, you want to make sure that you leave enough time to follow up with the schools after you've submitted your application, because all these schools are getting a bunch of different things from a bunch of different places and things can get lost. If they're missing any part of your application, it might not get reviewed. Don't forget that these colleges are receiving a record number of applicants, so you want to make sure that you submit your application early rather than later so that you're setting the bar rather than being compared to everyone else. The last step, follow up with the schools. Make sure that they've received everything that they need for a complete application. Also, make sure to check your emails and your student portal for the school. If they're requesting any additional items, make sure that you get everything in ASAP. They're not going to hunt you down, so you really need to be proactive about this. So those are our 7 steps to a successful college application season, but there really is so much more that goes into it. You never want to be left in a situation where you coulda, shoulda, woulda. So make sure that if you need any advice that you contact us at College Planning Source. And this is Irene. Thank you.